What's up, everybody? Keisha here, your esteemed image and multiple streams of income coach at your service. I just want to welcome me back, and I'm so happy I was able to be here this afternoon with you guys and giving you a touch of words of wisdom today that I have on my plans to talk about. Sorry you guys, I haven't uploaded a video since I uploaded the video in reference to my little kitty cat Tigger, who had to be put to sleep. I been going through some things, doing some things, and feeling a little overwhelmed, so I had to just chill out. And that's usually a norm for people, and you know, and with me having lupus, I have to stay away from all of the drama and the trials and tribulations, which I can't run away from, but I can pretty much keep myself imbalanced with it and try not to get stressed out. However, when I say stress, that's bringing me to what my topic is about today. Today I want to talk about lupus and stress. Before I even get into that, you may hear a little noise in the background. Pay it no mind. That's my little kitty cat. One of them, that's Starsky, who's running around finding random things on the floor to play with, like a bouncing balls and different things like that. And I think he know I'm videotaping, so he wants to be seen or heard. So you may see him bounce across the camera, so don't be alarmed. It's just my little kitty cat, who's 7 months old. So, you know, he's very active. But anyway, back to you guys. Lupus and stress. I want to talk about that because there's a lot of us out here who have been diagnosed with lupus, and we tend to we worry a lot. We have a lot to, it appears, to stress about, to go to bed at night and can't sleep because we're stressing about. We have a lot of that on our minds. So I wanted to make this video today because I kind of been reading, and I've kind of been reading, which I love to do. I've kind of been coming across some things that can help me and is helping me, and that I think can help you guys out there yourself. So once again, I'm coming from the era of lupus and stress. And with that said, I'm going to begin. I have my little booklet in front of me because if I don't, I won't remember everything, and I don't want to miss anything because this is a very, very important topic. The first thing I want to say is, if you have lupus, or if you're going through any challenges in your life that are, you know, very detrimental and appears to be coming in between your daily life and your daily functioning, your emotional habits, you need to seek therapy. Okay, now my disclaimer is with this, you always speak to your doctor first in reference to making any decisions, in reference to seeing maybe any other types of doctors or so forth. But my thing is, therapy, in my opinion, can't hurt anyone, because all it is talking. Okay, a lot of times people don't understand what therapy can do for them. I am seeing a therapist myself because I've had in the past the tendency of getting very overwhelmed very quickly, being very stressed over the smallest little things, trying to do so much at one time because I think I could do everything, and all stress is an imbalance. Okay, so a lot of times when you talk about your issues with a therapist, that can really help. A lot of people, they call it, some of the psychiatrists call it psychotherapy, the social workers call it psychotherapy, but don't let that word psycho, you know, deter you from making a decision that can possibly change your life. Because I'm going to tell you something, getting therapy for myself, and me myself knowing I'm not crazy at all, it has helped me with a lot of challenges in my life. It has helped me make some decent decisions. It has helped me overcome some things I have been dealing with. So I encourage anyone who out there who is struggling, not just even someone with lupus, but if you are having lupus, because that's our topic today, if you do have lupus, please, I do definitely encourage you to seek a therapist, because you do have a lot to talk about. With lupus, we tend to worry about the future, instead of the moments, maximizing our moments. We worry about the future too much, and a lot of times that is definitely, it gets to be redundant, and it gets to definitely affect our daily function, because you get to worry because you're worrying about if you're going to make it into the future, if you're going to be able to live to see your future. So a lot of times you're rushing to do things now. That's an imbalance. It's not normal, to think that way, to feel that way, but we do. So you do need to speak to someone that can set some boundaries and help you set some limits and boundaries within yourself that's going to work and best fit you. So I definitely encourage therapy. Also, I want to also talk about taking care of you. A lot of times, when we have lupus, and sometimes it just be our character, we tend to want to take care of everybody. I'm definitely guilty of that. I will tell you, I'm definitely guilty of that. But it's just my character. I look to take care of others before I take care of myself. That's just who I am. That's just the way I feel that it should be. But it comes a time in your life when you start really struggling with something, when you are diagnosed with something. It comes a time in your life that you have to say, you know what? I have to make myself number one. Because if you don't make yourself number one, how are you going to help anybody else? If you're not together or halfway together, you can't put yourself out there to touch anybody's life, because you'll be all over the place. You won't even be correct. So in order to have a positive impact on somebody else, you need to set standards for yourself and get yourself right first. So make you first. Make time for yourself. Get in the bathtub, bathe, take a shower, sing in the shower, do some aromatherapy, get some candles, put some time aside for yourself. I'm guilty of this. There's things I'm trying to do myself that I need to do. Pamper yourself. Go to a salon. Whatever you like to do, go do it. Go look at a good movie for yourself. All of these are de-stressors. All of these things that I'm telling you to do help to reduce stress. Just make sure when you go and see the movie that the movie ain't nothing that's too crazy, wild, violent, that's going to bring you backwards. You want to look at something that's going to be positive. And that's going to also bring me to the next thing as far as being stressed and lupus and stress. I can't stress this enough. You got to have positive people around you. You have to have people that are making a positive impact on your life. You got to have people around you that are like-minded. You got to have people around you that are understanding of you. They might not understand what you're going through, because eventually, as them being your friends, you will be able to speak with them and make them understand what you're going through. You will be able to lead them to books, lead them to the website to research lupus, so they can kind of understand you better. Okay, that's going to come with time. However, in the meantime, you just have to find those circle of friends, family that are with you with whatever you need them to be with you with. Okay, sometimes you just need someone to listen. You just need somebody to give you a hug. Sometimes you just need somebody to sit there, and just to know that someone is there, someone that you have to call on. I advise you, try to stay away from the naysayers and the people that are negative, and if the person is not bringing value into your life, they should not be a part of your life at all. I learned that your circle of friends get smaller and smaller. A lot of time when you're going through stuff, who's there, who's been there, who's always going to be there. That, and it doesn't even matter, because they're going to be there. So just surround yourself with positive people, and it's going to take time for people to understand with us having lupus, the pain and the different things and the different trials and tribulations that we go through physically and emotionally. Sometimes they look at it as overreacting, but it's okay, because it takes time for them to understand what we go through. So in the meantime, You just have to surround yourself immediately by people who are going to be your support systems and support you in whatever way that you need them to do it. The next one that I also want to help you guys with is, as far as stressing, is to prioritize. You know, I'm also guilty of this in reference to prioritizing, because I always want to do everything at, I wouldn't say at one time, but like right after the other. Prioritize. Find out what is the most neediest thing that you need to do. I mean anywhere from grocery shopping to getting rest to taking your medicine. All of these are things that you need to do and to put in place. Even it has to be a to-do list. It's as little as maybe making a to-do list every day of what you want to do, but prioritize it. You know, if it's in the morning when you wake up, you know that you have to take your medicine. That's prioritized over turning on the Maury show. You know what I mean? So these are things you have to balance. So we all may be guilty of some things, but start prioritizing. You won't get as stressed if you do things in decency and in order. You won't stress yourself as much. I'm telling you the things because a lot of these things I'm doing, and I'm really feeling more de-stressed than stressed, which is a good thing, because when you have lupus, the more stress that you incur, the more encounters of flare-ups you will have, and sometimes it can prevent our medication from working and have to go on more medication or different type of medication. Stress can overpower your body. So stress is something that's going to be around for as long as we are on this earth. So what we have to learn how to do is to accommodate ourselves in that world, but we don't have to live it. Okay, just try to modify the things that we do and prioritize it day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, to make things easier for us to do. You guys, if you have lupus, you need a lot of rest. So please, you guys, rest up. Don't worry about nobody saying we don't have anything to do. Rest, chill out. The house can wait to be cleaned. Chill out. If you have children, everybody has to be each other helpers. Everybody has to chip in. Okay, so ask them kids, tell them kids to help and do what you need for them to do, because you can't do it. It's as simple as that. You have to help yourself de-stress, and prioritizing will definitely help you. Another point I want to make, which is probably my last point, practice positive thoughts. Like I mentioned before, we think a lot in the future of what we can't do. How about maximizing those moments within those moments that we're living in, and the positive that is happening right then and there. Wake up in the morning on a positive note. The most positive thing you could do and think about if you did wake up in the morning is to say, oh my God, thank you, I woke up this morning. If you get up, that's a positive way of thinking. Okay, and from that, create your day. Design your day of what you want it to be like. Even if you have to write it down, and I'm going to tell you this. Your day is definitely not going to be the way that you design it. It's just not made to be that way. But that's a positive outlook. So therefore, when you walk into your day, you're going to be like, wow, this is the way I am setting up my day to be. Because my day is going to be the perfect day. Okay? So if you try to minimize or a lot of the negativity that may incur during the day, if you got to deal with a boss, if you have to deal with a supervisor, say that day the supervisor is going to be the best supervisor that she can be. Okay? And who knows, when you walk into that with your vibe and with your character and with your demeanor, you might just set that tone for her. Okay? You may not, now she might give it to somebody else, but she may not give it to you. Okay, so just wake up and thank God for getting up, because having lupus can be itself a stressful, just a stressful thing to deal with in life. Okay, you guys, That's all I really have for you today. I hope that really helps somebody out there, because it really has helped me. And if you don't have lupus, it really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure you can probably fit some of these points and some of these ideas into your daily schedule and into your life, because I am incorporating them and implementing it into my life, and it's helping me. And like I said, I will never bring anything to you that I'm not actually doing myself. So with that said, this is Keisha Johnson. I'm signing off. I love you guys. Remember to subscribe. I may have something in the description box, so always press on show more, so that way you can see what goodies I may have in there. I love you guys. I hope you guys are feeling okay, and make it a great day. And remember to smile. Toodles.